average person lives only 41,552,400 minutes in his or her life. Stay with this video for 12 minutes of your life. It will give you a valuable life lesson to meet the winner within you. Time to shift your mind. Think out of the box.
I've looked in the mirror every morning and asked myself, if today were the last day of my life, would I want to do what I am about to do today?
You must watch this video if you are struggling in your life. I say it again, you must watch and engage to the activities in this video right now, because it is so much important to your life. Thinking out of the box, or think outside the box, and sometimes thinking outside the square, is a very famous metaphor to think differently or unconventionally. This catchphrase mostly used in business environment, especially by management consultants and other coaches. And with the incorporation of 9-dot puzzle, this gives a valuable piece of advice to every person. So the Sparrow, Art of Learning, thought to give you a deep knowledge about the concept, think out of the box. This would be an amazing video that definitely change your life. There is a practical training includes here that shows where your thinking behavior belongs to and where you needs to go to. So, first subscribe my channel The Sparrow and hit the bell icon. Then we move to the discussion. And secondly, pause this video and come back with a pen or a pencil and 1 or 2 A4 or some other plain sheets. Okay then, Sparrow thinks you are with the stuff. So shall we directly move to the video? This video contains the outline of the think out of the box concept and some information and history of some iconic characters who thought out of the box and made a revolutionary changes in their life, and how their changes and contributions help to the next stage of mankind. The end part of this video contains a classic 3 exercises, what we call as 9 dots puzzle, which we'll be doing by yourself. Will confirm the theory of think out of the box. This is a conceptual thinking, rather than the traditional thinking. More than 90% of the world is doing what they are being taught to do, and they transmit the same thinking pattern to their children as well. Fathers doing what their parents taught them to do, and their children are doing what their parents taught them to do. The wheel is continuing. But there are some few peoples who are getting out of this circle or this artificial life programming. They want to find their passion. They want to learn rather than studying. They are called rational thinkers. The behavior or the difference of their thinking made them an astonishing or precious characters to the world. It is very hard to find your own passion. To obtain that, you should ready to think outside the box. If you didn't find your passion yet, keep searching, do not settle. This is what the world's #1 entrepreneur, Steve Jobs, told to this world.
People say you have to have a lot of passion for what you're doing, and it's totally true. And the reason is because it's so hard that if you don't, any rational person would give up. It's really hard, and you have to do it over a sustained period of time. So if you don't love it, if you're not having fun doing it, and you don't really love it, you're going to give up. And that's what happens to most people, actually. If you really look at the ones that ended up being successful, unquote, in the eyes of society, and the ones that didn't, oftentimes it's the ones that are successful loved what they did so they could persevere when it got really tough. And the ones that didn't love it quit because they're sane, right? Who would want to put up with this stuff if you don't love it? So it's a lot of hard work, and it's a lot of worrying constantly. And if you don't love it, you're going to fail. So you got to love it, you got to have passion.
This is the base of thinking out of the box, getting out of the traditional life and expand beyond your mind. That will causes to create new innovations, new contributions to the world. Steve Jobs is the classic example of think out of the box. He failed more and more times than he passed. He dropped down from the university, and at one time he was chased away from his own company. But without his thinking pattern, the Apple company didn't survive. Their market share and their sales dropped down drastically. Then they again recruited Steve Jobs and gave what he deserved. And the next moment Apple started booming. This is the power of creative thinking or thinking out of the box. The present classic examples are Jeff Bezos, founder of online selling platform Amazon; Bill Gates, founder of Windows; Mark Zuckerberg, founder of Facebook. These people gave big conceptual change to the world. The difference between them and rest of the world is the way they are thinking. They don't think the way a general traditional human thinks. They followed their passion rather than the traditional belief. Mark Zuckerberg not even completed his college, but later years, he was the chief guest of the convocation of the same university he had been dropped off. This is what their thinking behavior or following the passion given to them. This made them world famous and made them incredible wealth. All top 10 wealthiest people are number 1 outside thinkers. You have to believe in this concept. Please watch how top 10 outside thinkers are struggling to become world's number 1 in wealth from the Sparrow's Art of Racing video. The link is appearing on the top right-hand side. So, the moment you start to break the margin of the box, or breaks the fence of limits, you come to the world of limitless. Once you start think out of the box, you will become more creative, more rational, and more realistic. You will create new theories, new concepts that would be a revolutionary change for the humankind. So let's move to the number 1 of the 3 activities that will make the first step of think out of the box. So, take your pen or pencil and draw 9 dots just like appearing here. The space between 2 dots, roughly you can take 1 to 1.5 centimeters. Please draw the 9 dots very clearly. Then connect all of the dots using 5 straight lines, without removing the pen from the paper once you start drawing. I am telling you again, without removing your pen. I am giving you 45 seconds starting from now. Think a bit, and I will give you a trick. The solution is within the box. I will play a deep and calm music, then you can concentrate your mind on the work. So shall we start? You have only 10 seconds. Okay, time's up. Let's see what you have done. Sparrow will show you the answer, and you can evaluate by yourself. This is the answer. You can cut all the 9 dots in this way from 5 straight lines, or in this activity focus to think inside the box. If you thought inside the box, you will get the answer. This is very simple when I show it to you. But at the first it could be a difficult task to some of you. Did you do it well? If so, the Sparrow allocated you 10 marks. Let's move to the part 2 of the exercise. This is a bit difficult task. So, the Sparrow will give you 1 minute for this task. Draw again 9 clear dots, just like the previous activity. So, this time you will be given only 4 lines to cut these 9 dots. And, just as before, you cannot remove or up your pen while drawing. This time you will be given a 1 minute of time to think in deep and complete the activity. Just as before, the Sparrow is giving a trick here. Your answer is out of the box. So timing starts by now. You have only 10 seconds. Okay, time's up. Sparrow thinks you have done a tremendous job, and let's compare with the answer. Here it is. To cut all the 9 dots just from 4 lines, you have to move outside the box. If you didn't success this time, the reason is you didn't go outside the box. Still, you are thinking inside the box. If you did this task well, congratulations, you are given with another 10 marks. But don't worry, if you didn't do it well, there is another chance. Try to get their best out of it. This is the last activity, and again, you have to draw 9 clear dots, just as before. This time you have to cut the dots from 3 lines. I tell you again, only from 3 lines. The conditions are same as before. You cannot up your pen while drawing. Let's see this time will you win the challenge. All the best, and you will be given 2 minutes to think in deep. You left only 1 minute. Okay, congratulations, you have completed the 3 tasks. What about the final exercise? Shall we see the answer? This is it. This is how you can cut the 9 dots from 3 lines. The only thing you have to do is to go beyond the box from both sides. If you did this correctly, you are given another 10 marks, so you are given 30 marks for all 3 activities. How many marks did you get? Use the below comment section. So, it seems like a critical thinking. If you done the 3 activities well, you are excellent. If you didn't done it, you are more than excellent. Because now you can learn from the mistakes. Just like Thomas Edison, he failed 999 times before he got 1-time success in making the electric bulb. Furthermore, well-defined problems have a clear ending. You know when you have reached the solution. Although the solution is outside the box and not easy to see at first, once it has been found, it seems obvious. Another examples of well-defined problems are the Tower of Hanoi and the Rubik's Cube. In contrast, characteristics of ill-defined problems are: number 1, not clear what the question really is; number 2, not clear how to arrive at a solution; number 3, no idea what the solution looks like. So, Sparrow, hope you learnt something new to your life and use these theories and success your life. One last thing to tell you: Steve Jobs put the slogan of the Apple company as "Think Different." The two words themselves are grammatically incorrect, but Steve put it as it is because he wanted to tell to the world that you should think differently means you should think out of the box. Thank you very much for watching. Do not forget to subscribe to Sparrow for more conceptual videos like this.